Hello, how are you all? When talking about what is going on in our country, in all of these cities, in all of these little pockets, not even cities, sometimes in mountainous areas, rural areas, it's just every single day, so many stories come out that could be a 20-minute video each in and of itself. It's hard to keep up with it. It's hard to keep up with all of the goings ons, with all this stuff going on, with all the news updates. It really is, because there's just so much, and it's all equally, if not more absurd than the next or the last. But this one I feel like is pretty significant. This clip that I'm going to show you, this is the governor of Massachusetts, Healey, I believe is her name. And this was the governor, if you remember, a while back. She actually, during a press conference, was suggesting that her residents maybe taken migrant families into their own homes. Well, shockingly, that wasn't too popular among residents. That idea was quickly scrapped as, that's wild, nobody signed up. Even the people that say, we love open borders, even the people that have those signs in their front yards. Although I do have a feeling that a lot of people are quietly removing those signs. They're just fading into the background, hoping nobody sees them. Anyway, yet another atrocity has occurred. Just one more piece of collateral damage in the end game of open borders. So there is a place in, surprise, surprise, a lower income neighborhood, a huge rec center where a lot of kids play free sports. These kids get free sports training, and I can't even tell you, as someone that grew up in a single home, I had to get pulled out of ballet because my mom couldn't afford it. To offer kids free activities like that, you have no idea that changes the life of a lower income kid, a kid that's growing up with a single parent. And now this huge facility is being taken away from these kids, from these seniors, from people that really, really need these types of resources. So this is the governor getting quite emotional, having to take this away from the people.
Okay, because I'm committed to this. Little kids need to be able to breathe clean air. They need to be able to access swimming pools. They need to have lifeguards there who are going to teach them how to swim. And they need to have activities. I don't know what we're going to do for a couple, 3 months. I'll call universities. I'll call other places.
The governor went on to say she is also looking at other locations, but has not said exactly where.
Emotional.
And another one bites the dust. Isn't it always? It is always the most vulnerable who pay the most for these liberal policies. Ironically, it's the most vulnerable who the liberal politicians use to enforce the policies that hurt the most vulnerable, that get things taken away. Obviously, she's upset. It's very obvious why she's upset. How upsetting to take that away from children, especially after a lot of these kids had their education stolen from them for 2 years. Now they're finally getting it back. They're finally getting their sports back, and it's been taken away from them. So that facility in particular, it's only contracted to be a shelter until May, which is 3 months. That's an incredibly long time. That's almost a whole season of sports to take away from these kids. And they say they're going to put them up somewhere else, but where? Where are they going to put them that's as good as that place? So they say it's going to happen just through May. But come on, you guys, do you really think it's just going to be just through May? Because let's face it, the numbers at the border are not slowing down anytime soon. So we go back to the question, and then what? And then what? Because Boston, Massachusetts, they're going to continue to get migrants. This isn't slowing down anytime soon. So where exactly are they going to go? And then where are the new ones that are arriving going to go? And I'm not sure if you're aware, but there were stories of migrants that are actually sleeping in the Boston airport. So that's one more airport that has migrants sleeping in them. And I guess the ones that are at the Boston airport will be transported to this facility. And unfortunately, the kids, the seniors, all the people who do activities in these facilities will have to go elsewhere. So again, this is just one, another one bites it, man. Another fallen, just another piece of collateral damage for the end game. But I guess we don't care. It's always the kids. It's always the kids that pay, the most vulnerable that pay, the lowest of incomes that pay. So it'll be interesting to stay on this story. But here you have it. Just one more instance of people being displaced. And one more thing about the governor of Massachusetts and all of these Democratic mayors and these governors, they're getting upset. We hear about Brandon Johnson allegedly having panic attacks and having to be hospitalized. None of them are calling on the border to be closed. They're not offering actual solutions. And that's the thing. There is no plan. What's the plan? Where are they going to go? What's going to happen after May? Where are all these migrants going to go? Are they just going to be on the street? There is no plan. They could get together and call on Joe Biden to close the border. All these governors and all these mayors, they could work with Greg Abbott. They could work with the border states and all get together and call on one thing, but they're refusing to do that. They are still playing partisan politics and being very secretive about it. So we will see what happens with this facility, and I'm really sad for all of the people that have to be displaced. Unfortunately, this isn't the first time this has happened, and it's probably not going to be the last time that it happens. Thank you for watching.